Hi, I'm Christina Miller. I'm part of the NEXT Ensemble board. NEXT Ensemble invited us to talk about music and why we love it. And for me, I absolutely love listening to music. I enjoy it thoroughly. I listen to it all the time. But I have never learned how to play an instrument. I don't know how to read music. It's something I've always wanted to do. I passionately support musicians and such, but I decided that I would take this time with COVID-19 and social isolation to be able to use it as an opportunity for me to learn how to play some music. And I'm trying not to have any goals or expectations about this. Learning music or using this time to learn music for me is more about me trying to connect even more to music and the healing powers of music. And it's also keeping me engaged and keeping me creative, and learning new things, which keeps my brain active and it helps me with my mental health even, so that I can manage my emotions and know that I can get through this. I have skills that I can lean upon and lean into the music and learn something new and take care of my health and my mental health. And even though it's kind of dark time, I can kind of control my own reaction to that and know that I can turn to music and learn something new and keep going. And it also just consumes time. So while I'm socially isolated, it uses up time. It's not that it's using up a ton of time, because the only real goal I set with trying to learn how to play the mandolin is that I pick it up and play it every day, for 5 minutes at a time, 5 to 10 minutes at a time. I have no expectations that I'm going to come out of social isolation and be like a world-class mandolin player or world-class musician. The only goal is just to enjoy the instrument, enjoy the process, and learn. And honestly, the first month, I'm only a month into this. At the beginning of social isolation, way back at the beginning of March, I decided, yeah, it's time. Let's learn mandolin. So one of my last outings into public was to go to Music Village, and I bought this mandolin to come home and learn how to play it and enjoy it and give me something to do while social isolation was going on. And so I'm a month in. My fingers are numb now, but at first, these little strings cut right in and they hurt. And so the 5 minutes at a time was all I could manage, and I didn't want to push any further because I would just hurt worse. And so that's really setting the goal, is 5 minutes a day to learn something new. It is something I've always wanted to learn. I love the mandolin. I think it's a beautiful instrument. I love the sound. I love bluegrass music. It just is such a beautiful, rich, and even twangy, but with soul sound. I don't know. I love it. And so it's like, why, I can let the world get to me, or I can kind of fight. And in a way, like, playing and learning something new for me is a way I'm fighting. I'm fighting to take care of me and my mental health and to just keep going in this new world. And it's also been a really great way for me to connect with my friends. Like, that very first weekend after all the social distancing guidelines were set in place, like right after the NBA got canceled and school got canceled and things like that. My friends and I, we all got on Zoom and we were, talking about music and our love of music and different things like that. And we were talking, well, what can we do? And we're all agreed that we're going to learn how to play Stand By Me on our different instruments. And so that's given me something else to learn how to do, is to learn Stand By Me. I'm nowhere near it. There's some pretty complicated chords in that song that I can't even spread my fingers far enough to hit the notes, but it's something I can work on and work towards every day and practice on. And I can check in with my friends and see, if they're learning on guitar or bass or singing. And so when we come out of this, we're going to come together and we're all going to play this song together. And like, that's something like a dream, or, something that gives me hope, and to keep me going. And then I have Holly, who's also on the board of NEXT Ensemble, who's incredible musician. She's going to take the time to teach me music theory. I don't know how to read music. I love music. I love listening to it. That's why I support NEXT Ensemble and love what they bring to Ogden. But I am such a novice when it comes to musical theory and concepts of music. And so she's going to teach me about notes and how to read music and all of those pretty basic intro 101 kind of things. So I get to spend more time virtually, mind you, but with Holly, and get to hang out and learn from her expertise. So what a great way. And then I asked for help as well on Facebook, like where I could take lessons and things like that. And Scott Rogers, local musician in the Proper Rate way, reached out and said, well, I play the mandolin. What do you need help on? And so when his semester's over, he's going to help me with, show me some of the different ways to learn the mandolin, these more complex things that, how do I stretch my fingers out and train them to do things that they're not used to doing. So it's awesome. It's like a way to connect, even though we're separated. It's a way for me to still stay connected to my friends and to Ogden and all the people I love. And then I get to turn to music, and music really sustains me. And so it's a chance for me to learn more about music and why I love it, and get to explore that without any expectations. I'm trying very hard not to provide judgment or say oh, you hit that wrong note or whatever. It's like a chance for me to really learn more about music, be passionate about music, be passionate about mandolins and the sounds they make, and care for myself all at the same time. Like, how often do we give ourselves permission to do something without judgment and without critical, analysis? I want to grow and I want to be more, learn more, but I get to do this in the freedom of my own home and grow and become better. So I just wanted to encourage any of you music lovers to get out and, share your love of music as well. If you've never played an instrument like me, maybe this is your chance. Go grab an instrument and pick it up and just play it 5 minutes a day. Use up 5 minutes of that day to learn something new and explore music and celebrate such a wonderful gift that music is to our lives. Or if you are already excellent musician, get out there and share. Put it on Instagram, put it on social media. I love seeing all the musical posts and videos. And it's just a way for me to see what other people are passionate about and love. And that's connection. So even though we're apart, I can see local musicians playing their favorite songs. I can see me being a beginner. I can see professional orchestras playing different pieces, and I can still connect to that and to them. And that to me is a gift that I'm using to help sustain myself to get through this social isolation. So let's just hear the music and let it speak to our souls and explore and see what we can do. Thanks.